Hello, good morning, good evening, good day, whatever time it is for you. Welcome to this short and sweet 20-minute power yoga flow. There's going to be some fun transitions in here. It might mean that you step off the side of your mat, but remember that the edges of your mat are not prison walls, it's okay. There's also going to be a part where we turn around, so you'll be facing the back of the mat. Don't be thinking you've got it wrong, we'll be coming back round before long. I'm going to go tie my hair up and then we can get going. So we'll come to start in all fours. So bringing your hands onto the mat in front of you, knees hip distance apart. Starting with some movements of cat and cow, but firing them up a little bit. So as you breathe in and dip your ribs to the mat and lift your chest, pull your heels towards your bum, engaging your hamstrings. Exhale, take the feet back to the mat, round the spine, press into the tops of the feet and float your knees as you dome your upper back. Again, inhale, knees are down, heels towards your bum, lift your chest, shoulder blades together. Exhale, top of the feet to the mat, push into them as you hollow out your belly and your chest. Again, breathing in, pull the mat back towards you, squeeze the legs in. Breathing out to press into the arms and pull the chin towards your chest. Good, again, breathing in and breathing out, hollow. Great, drop down your knees, tuck your toes under behind you, feet hip distance apart, lift your hips to the sky and into downward facing dog. Taking a little pedal of your legs to help release into your hamstrings, lengthening out the spine as well, opening the shoulders. Find some stillness, two softly bent knees, lift the hips towards the sky and think of the crown of the head rising away from the floor. Deep breath in. And a slow breath out. With your right leg, inhale, send it to the sky for a three-legged dog. Reach through those toes, left heel stays heavy. Exhale, draw your knee underneath. See if you can tap your knee and nose together before placing your foot between your hands at the top of the mat. Keep your front knee lunging on top of your front ankle. Press away through your back heel. Torso stays leaning forwards. Reach your arms back behind you towards the back of the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep that chest leaning out beyond your front knee and press away through that back heel. Stay long, breathing in. Breathing out, left hand goes to the floor, right arm goes to the sky. Turn your chest to face those top fingertips and keep sinking your hips down towards the mat. Holding your twist, breathe in. And then breathing out, draw the hand to the floor. The back foot steps in to meet the front foot. Use the inhale, hands to your shins, halfway rise, chest forward, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale to fold, hands to the mat, softly bend the knees as much as you need to. Same again, inhale, half lift. Exhale to forward fold. Use the inhale, come all the way up to stand. Keep your tailbone tucked, ribs are holding inwards. And then exhale to refold, hands down to the floor. Inhale, half lift. On the exhale, step your feet straight back into down dog, hips high into the sky. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, rounding the back, helping your foot step forwards between the hands. Press away through the back heel, keep your body leaning forwards and then releasing the hands from the mat. Reach them towards the back foot, lengthening through your torso and keep driving your hips forwards and down. Holding into the belly firm, core is engaged, breathing in. Breathing out, right hand goes down, left arm to the sky, chest turns to face the hand as you keep rotating all the way down towards your belly button. Take a deep breath in and then breathing out. Hand comes to the floor, back foot steps in to meet the front foot. Inhale, long spine for your halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to come all the way up to stand. Arms reach up and overhead alongside the ears. Exhale, release your hands alongside your body, standing tall towards the top end of your mat. Take a deep breath in, reach back to the sky, send your gaze with your fingertips. Exhale to forward fold, hands touch the mat, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift, press those thighs back, engage your quads. Exhale, hands to the floor, feet are stepping back into plank. Press the heels out backwards, keep the tailbone tucked, hollow out the front of the body. Breathing in. Breathing out, drop the knees down into a supported plank. Lean the weight towards the fingertips, halfway lower to the floor and pause. Squeeze the elbows in towards your ribs, breathing in. And then breathing out, press your way back to the top of that push-up, tuck the toes and lift the hips to the sky. Down dog. One deep breath in, one slow breath out. Use the inhale to look forward to the top of the mat, beyond your fingertips. Bending those knees, take a hop to the top of the mat, trying to land into a forward fold so the hips stay high. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up to stand, tailbone tucks, body is nice and hollow on the front. And then exhale to fold back to the floor, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine and the chest forwards. Exhale, hands to the floor, feet step back, find your plank. Heels are pressing out backwards, thighs are squeezing towards each other, breathing in. Breathing out, drop those knees, supported plank, same as before. Lean a little forwards, halfway lower to the mat, hold it there. Squeeze the shoulder blades in, squeeze the elbows in, breathe in. Breathing out, press your way back to the top, tuck those toes, hips to the sky, down dog. One breath, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look forward to the top of the mat. Land as lightly as you possibly can with your feet nice and close to the wrists. Inhale, lengthening the chest forwards. And exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rising up to stand. Arms alongside the ears, gaze up to the fingertips. And then exhale, forward fold. Hands back to the floor. Inhale, pull the body forwards, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, feet step back, plank. A little bit different this time. Take a deep breath in. On the breath out, shift the weight forwards. Option to drop the knees, but this time we're coming all the way down to the mat. Nice and slow and strong. Take your hands a little further forwards, in front of your shoulders and wide, about as wide as your mat. Press down through the front of your hips. Breathe in, lift your chest, look forward. Sink your shoulders away from your ears and press the front of the hips down, long in the front of the body. Use the exhale, chest back to the floor, hands underneath the armpits, and then press your hips to the sky and into downward facing dog. Inhale to hold here. And exhale. The inhale takes the gaze forwards. Load the springs of the legs. Think of sending the hips on top of the wrists, and as you land lightly at the top of the mat. Inhale, pull the chest forwards. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, take those arms above you. And then one more just like that. To exhale, hands to the mat. Breathing in, chest pulls forwards, long neck. Exhale, hands to the floor, feet step back into a plank. Take a nice deep breath in here. On the exhale, option to use the knees so that you can keep control the whole way down to the floor, nice and slow. Shift your hands forwards and wide, breathing in. Ripple your chest off the mat, lifting the front body. Sink the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing out. Release the body down. Return the hands to the mat and then roll your hips to the sky. Down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Let's just take one more. Breathing in. And breathing out. Using the inhale, send the gaze forwards. Again, try that little hop. Hips high to the sky, landing as light as a feather, hopefully. Inhale, chest forwards. Exhale to fold back over the legs, compress the belly towards the thighs. Inhale, draw your body all the way up to stand, reach the arms to the sky. And then as you exhale, release your hands alongside your body. Soften the shoulders away from the ears and find that broadness across your chest. Take one deep breath in and one slow breath out. Great. Inhale, the hands go back to the sky. Exhale to hinge at the hips, forward fold, hands to the floor. Inhale, lengthen the body forwards, halfway lift. Exhale, option to jump your feet instead of stepping back into plank and then lower all the way back to the floor in one smooth motion. Inhale, those hands come forwards and wide into your cobra. Lift your chest, shoulders away from the ears, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, chest back to the floor, roll back and into down dog. So moving a little differently now, left leg, inhale to the sky for a three-legged dog. Really stretch that right hamstring as you pull that left leg to the sky. On the exhale, draw the leg underneath, see if your knee and nose can tap together, and then place the foot right in between the hands at the top of the mat, so in the center line of the mat. Your back heel is going to drop down so the toes point out towards the right. As you inhale, come all the way up to stand, 2 straight legs, right hand to your back leg, left arm to the sky, reverse triangle. Pull those fingertips long, feel that length in the left side of the body. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, extended side angle. So either forearm to your thigh as your right arm reaches over the ear, or left hand to the floor next to your big toe. Pull your hips underneath, roll your chest back. Breathe in, return to your reverse triangle. 2 straight legs, left arm to the sky, lean up and over. Exhale to that extended side angle. Front knee on top of front ankle. Open your chest, gazing tall. Hold here, breathing in and breathing out. Take your gaze towards your back foot and turn the toes to point a little bit more towards the back line of the mat, so the foot angles outwards. From here, we're then going to sink our hips down towards that back heel into our Skandasana, so our side lunge. Left toes point towards the sky. Hands can stay on the floor if you need them for balance, or you can bring your hands together in front of your chest and use your right arm to drive your right knee behind you. Nice and heavy through the pelvis, nice and light and long through the chest. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. So you should be at the back of your mat. Turn to face the back of the mat. All toes now point in the same direction into lizard lunge. The hands and the torso are on the inside of this right thigh. The back heel pushes away from us as the chest pulls forwards. Option to deepen your lizard lunge by dropping either one elbow, left elbow. Maybe you've got the option for your right elbow as well. Holding here, breathing in and breathing out. One more, inhale. And then exhale, step that foot to the back of the mat. Hips go high, downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Great. With the left leg again, inhale to the sky for a 3-legged dog. Now with that leg in the sky, let the knee bend. The heel falls towards your hip as your hips turn open towards the left, and your gaze can go under that left armpit. Now from here, we're going to transition into wild thing, so flipping the dog. Think of coming forwards towards plank first, then stepping that foot up off the side of the mat, as high up towards the hand as you can, then turn your chest to the sky, push your hips tall, and the left arm reaches alongside the ear. The right arm is very strong, pressing to lift through the chest, breathing in. Now from here, just think of sitting your bum down onto the mat. I know it sounds simple, but it can feel confusing. So your right leg is extended out in front of you and your left knee is bent close to your chest. Right hand for support, just behind your hips. Left arm, breathe in, send it to the sky. Breathing out, reach it forwards, and then go for the bind. So the arm wraps around the front of the shin. The right hand goes behind the back to see if it can find your fingertips. Chest stays pulling forwards. If you can't find the bind and you don't have a strap, just allow yourself to reach forwards instead. Inhale. And then exhale to release, sit yourself tall. So this bent left leg, you're going to lift the foot and bury your arm, your left arm, underneath the leg. Get it as high up towards your shoulder as you can. And then once you've got it there, clamp the leg down and hold it as best you can. We're coming into elephant trunk. Keep this leg nice and strong. Reach out through your right toes. Hands come and place just in front of your pelvis. Press down, see if your hips can lift. Keep your gaze forwards. Now we're coming for a really funky transition. Just see how it goes. I want you to see if you've got right leg, your extended leg, you can bend underneath your body, kneel it down, and leave your right leg out, your left leg out in front of you into a half split. Your fingertips to the mat for support. Inhale, chest is forwards. Pull the toes back towards the shin, lengthen your body. Last one, breathing in. And then breathing out. Swipe that foot back onto your knees, shuffle back over if you need to, and then hips into the sky for your down dog. So right leg this time, inhale, lift it. 3-legged dog, keep it straight and strong for this one. Exhale, knee to nose, as you place that foot right at the top of the mat between the hands. The back foot, drop the heel down so the toes point out towards the left. Use an inhale, circle the arms wide into the sky. Right arm reaches up and over as you find your reverse triangle, lengthening this right side of the body. Exhale, lunge into your front knee. Front forearm to the thigh or hand to the floor. Extended side angle, gaze to the sky. Breathing in, lengthen both legs. Back hand to the back leg, right arm to the sky. And then exhale, return back to the side angle of choice, lunging towards that front knee and driving that front knee wide. Pausing here, breathing in and breathing out. Now look towards your back foot, angle the toes slightly away from you. Keep your body as low as you can as you sink your hips towards that back heel. Reach those right toes up towards the sky and sink towards left sit bones towards left foot. Your hands can stay on the floor for balance if you need, or you can bring your arms together, hands together, and use your left arm to drive your left knee wider. Breathe in. And then turning to the back of the mat, both hands on the inside of this left foot. You can wiggle it a little wider if you need to. Into your lizard lunge, press the back heel away from you. Option to drop the elbow or to drop both if that's there for you. Chest is lengthening forwards. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more, breathe in. And then back up onto the hands as you breathe out. Step the foot back into the hips to the sky and into down dog. Great, right leg this time. Inhale, lifting, three-legged dog. With that leg in the sky, bend the knee, open the hip, turn the pelvis to face the right side, heel towards your bum. So transitioning toward wild thing. Shoulders come forwards as if you're coming to plank. Step the foot as high up the mat as you can. Stay onto the ball of the foot. The left toes are now reaching to the top of the mat as the right arm goes up and over. Think of pushing that right rib cage towards the sky. Holding here, breathe in. And breathing out. Good. Try not to overcomplicate it. See if you can just sit down where you were. Flip your hair back around and have this right foot in front of you to come into our Marichyasana. So knee nice and close to the body, left leg extended, toes flexed, left hand behind you to give you that sort of pull forwards. Breathe in, right arm to the sky. Breathing out, reach forwards, option to pause there, or if you have the ability, take the bind, arm around the front of the shin, and use that arm to pull against the leg to think of sending your left shoulder a little closer towards your toes. Good, inhale. And then exhale, release the bind if you have it. So this bent right leg is going to be the leg that we hoik over the shoulder. Get it as high up as you possibly can. It helps you get that lift of the pelvis. Once you've got that leg there with the help of your arms, place that right hand down where it's going to be for your balance, so sort of mid-thigh, and then clamp hold with this right leg. So you're really contracting the muscle of the hamstring. Two hands to the mat. Think of pressing down to lift up. You can reach through the toes or you can flex through the heel. Clamping with that leg, lift through the chest, elephant trunk. And then see if you can bend the extended leg, tuck it through behind you, land on your knee, and place that right heel in front of you. Slide it perhaps a little further away. Fingertips can rest to the floor for your half split. Breathing in, pull the chest forwards. Breathing out, allow yourself to fold. One more, breathing in and breathing out. Good, swipe that knee back. This time staying into tabletop. Wiggle across if you need to. Hips to stay on top of knees. Walk the hands away from you into puppy pose. So the forehead comes to the mat. The palms stay on the floor. Option to stack those hands onto fingertips to increase that opening into the upper body. Lift the sit bones high. Sink the chest nice and low and keep those elbows floating if you can. Good. Lifting your gaze, look forwards towards the hands. Just take a little step in so that you've got some room to maneuver. Right arm threads underneath the left armpit. Palm faces the sky. Let the shoulder and the side of the head come down to the mat. And that left arm can walk away from you as you settle into the twist. Feel your body weight tip slightly backwards as your chest turns towards that extended hand. Good. Unthread and come straight to the other side. Left arm reaches under the right armpit. Palm faces upwards, resting down onto the side of the head, side of the shoulder, and then the right arm walks away. See if you can just deepen and slow the breath slightly here. Good. Deep belly breath. And then use that right hand. Unthread. Walk your hands back until you're sat onto your shins, sitting nice and tall. Lift through your chest, take a deep breath in, circle your arms wide to the sky, and then come to grab hold of your own elbows above your head. Think of lifting your ribcage tall, lift your chin as you open the front of the body. Send those arms as far back behind your ears as you can. Feel the squeeze of the lower back as you open into the belly. Last inhale. As you exhale, release those hands, walk them out into your child's pose, forehead to the mat, belly nice and heavy against the legs. Take yourself a couple of slow grounding breaths, feeling everything, slow a little, calm a little, as you feel that energy that's rushing around your body just start to ease. Good. Take your final deep breath in and use the exhale. Walk your hands back in to sit yourself tall. Well done, guys, and I hope you've worked up a sweat just the way that I have there. I hope you enjoyed the class. Do leave me a comment if you've taken it and what you thought, whether or not you managed to get that leg underneath you from your elephant trunk pose. If you like this style of class, do let me know. I love to hear what you think of the classes, and any recommendations are always welcome. You can find some other high energy classes in this playlist just here, and my latest video you will see just around here.